Hi, I'm Chris for RightSizeLife.com. One of the true joys of food is the sauce. Pasta, rice, even my personal favorite, potatoes, are all either inedible or at least intolerable without some kind of sauce. One of the most useful sauces is the white sauce, or bechamel. It is classically simple and universally adaptable. It is an essential weapon in our cooking at home arsenal. So let's go to the kitchen and make bechamel for two. So why learn a white sauce? Well, many dishes, both old school and nouveau, spring from this technique. Creamed corn and creamed peas, chipped beef on toast, even basic biscuits and gravy are all just variations on a bechamel. Many scallop recipes as well, like scalloped potatoes and scalloped corn, also start with a white sauce. However, if we have no other reason to learn this sauce, there is this. Cheese sauces, whether topping vegetables, used for mac and cheese, or poured over tortilla chips, are all variations of white sauce. White sauce is often referred to by chefs as a mother sauce. It joins other sauces like tomato and velouté, along with dressings, emulsions, and vinaigrettes that are essential to the culinary pantheon, yet fairly easy to make. And from these basic sauces spring a plethora of tasty options for our eating pleasure. And similar to the vinaigrette, with the white sauce, all we have to do is master the basic technique, and we are then wide open for a host of culinary options.
The classic, most basic white sauce has only 5 ingredients: butter, flour, milk, salt, and pepper. Many recipes will add things like a few drops of hot sauce, a few grains of cayenne pepper, even a few grinds of nutmeg. However, the straightforward, basic bechamel is simply butter, flour, milk, salt, and pepper. Making a white sauce is fairly easy. In a heavy pan, we're going to start with a tablespoon of butter. We're going to melt that down and add our other ingredients, starting with the dry ingredients, which is 2 teaspoons of flour, salt, and pepper to taste. Now, classically, the recipe calls for white pepper. It's okay if you use black pepper, that's not going to hurt anything. As soon as the butter gets nice and melted, you're going to add the dry ingredients and combine them in the bottom of the pan. Once you start to add the flour again over medium heat, what you're forming is a roux. And there's various kinds of roux, but this is called a white roux or a blonde roux. We're not going to cook it very long. We're just going to cook it long enough to get all the dry ingredients incorporated before we add the one wet ingredient, which is the milk. Once you've formed your roux, you're going to add cold milk to the mixture, somewhere between 1/2 cup and a cup. Now, I'm not trying to be sneaky here. The truth is that it all depends on how thick you want your white sauce. So start with half the required milk, and if it's too thick, thin it down with the milk you have left over. Anytime you are working with a roux, you have to bring the sauce to a boil to get it to thicken. Once it reaches boiling, reduce the heat to low. If necessary, lift the pan or move the pan to the side of your burner to reduce the heat. This sauce will scorch, so be careful. At this point, adjust the seasonings and check the thickness, adding more milk if you desire. Now that is it. You have now made a white sauce. From here, you can add a variety of things, including cheese, to create variations on bechamel. One of everyone's favorite variations on a bechamel is the cheese sauce. And one of my personal favorite is nacho cheese sauce. I'm going to start by adding 3 tablespoons of green salsa. Green sauces tends to be a little hotter, so if you like things milder, you can use a red salsa. I'm also going to add about 1/4 pound or 4 or 5 slices of Monterey Jack cheese cubed up from the deli. You can use a mild cheddar as well, or just plain Jack cheese. A word of caution about bechamels. Once they form, work over low heat. Because of the milk and the butter, they will scorch. And once they scorch, they're ruined. Many people think of nachos as being broiled in the oven in a commercial restaurant. But this is one of my favorite ways to have nachos. Just make a cheese sauce and then dress the top of the nachos with whatever condiments you like, such as salsa, chopped up onions, chopped up tomatoes, and if you've got a hot taste, chopped jalapenos.
Sauces are the bow on the culinary package, along with the cellophane tape that holds together the wrapping. The white sauce is an essential element to many dishes and casseroles. Whether you want to create an old favorite like cream beef on toast, or experiment with upscale dishes like lobster mac and cheese, mastering the white sauce is a great skill to help us not just eat, but eat well. That is all for this video demo. You can find a written version of the information presented, numerous white sauce variations, and other cooking and lifestyle tips at RightSizeLife.com. RightSizeLife.com is an online community dedicated to those living solo or in pairs. RightSizeLife.com. Big living on a small scale.